EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present third round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Today we're here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Schloter alongside Frank Navalos set to bring you all of the action for the EA Sports Spring Invitational. And Frank, what can the players expect from Wolf Creek?
Just a mesmerizing layout, Rich. You can see that from above. Straight driving is imperative out there today. You actually don't have to hit the ball a long way. The elevation on those tees is going to give you that extra distance on almost every shot. You can even take driver out of play on some of the holes. But really it's about being in the right position first on those tee shots that you're going to hit today.
That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, what does the shot into this first green look like?
Well, it's back a little bit up the hill. Bunkers left and right, really the biggest concern. But a well-flighted shot to this three-level green will be well rewarded.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly.
Settles in over the putt. Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie now in second.
Here at the par 4, 445-yard second hole. Severe dogleg to the left. What's the best play here, Frank?
Well, that tee shot, Rich, is so intimidating, so you don't necessarily have to hit driver. Club decision is probably going to be important here, because if you hit driver, you've got to take it down over that left side, all over the canyon area. So if you hit 3-wood, you can play a slightly more conservative tee shot, but it is going to leave you a longer second shot to a green that's well protected on the right side by bunkers. But really, you know, if the wind's not blowing, this is a really good, fun hole to play. Look at the vistas.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Not going to win it with pars, are you?
That's for sure. This field too good, too talented, and making too many birdies.
All right, Frank, describe the third hole.
Well, it's a par 3 with a bit of a tabletop green, Rich. Some bunkers right and left of that, but also it's going to play a little bit further. This tee shot is uphill, unlike the opening 2 holes. So a 3 here, and that certainly won't hurt the scorecard. Solid strike right in the heart of the green. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Pretty good shot right there. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So after all that, it's a bogey. Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. Frank, this would be a good time to get it going. Made some pars to this point, but if you want to win, you have to make birdies.
Rich, I think the thought of winning has to be removed from one's psyche right now. You've just got to worry about what's in front of you. It just looks confused. Forgetting about playing the actual game itself. Winning happens by a series of good shots. Let's get back to the basics of playing golf.
The flag stick from that man. Coming off a bogey here yesterday, chance to make it right. They're very impressive and on the move right now. How about this hole, Frank?
Do you aim it left of those bunkers? Do you aim it over the sort of the canyon? Really, the answer is how far do you hit it, because that is going to determine the line that you hit it on. Avoid the water, that little stream. You can always have a drink on the way if you want to, I guess. Second shot plays uphill, but this is a relatively short par 5, so very reachable. But you've got to see, you've got to flight that second shot. You want to make sure that ball's coming in nice and high to this green that's perched up. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it. And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
That one is not going to make it to the hole. Sizable putt from 16 feet. No damage done. Made the par. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline, you're going to be playing golf with the Billy Goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a Billy Goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes. One Sedina apparently here at the 6th. It is a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play, that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, a little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go. We all know that. And this green is anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole, too, and a fun hole to play.
Thanks for birdie after that beautiful shot. Birdie here yesterday, and to do it again today. Could it be? A nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now.
Well, everybody loves the short par 4, and here we have one, Frank, just 302 yards, the 7th hole.
And this hole is anything other than straightforward, Rich. Huge drop off at the front of this green that is surrounded by water. So it's going to be a layup off the tee, really, to try and get the right yardage. This green is very, it's not very deep, but it's extremely wide. The hardest thing is to try and get a flat lie with whatever club you decide to hit off the tee and get the right yardage. Otherwise, that green actually might be a little elusive, even though this is a very short hole.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Getting set now over the putt.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie, now in second place.
Par 3-8, 248 yards down to the green. What a hole.
Yeah, maybe you put your two hands together, make a little prayer. You might make two, but you make three here and run to the next tee. This is it's just a gorgeous par 3. Yeah, but it is tough.
Might need some wings just to clear this hazard.
That water is looking rather intimidating.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Made the green. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Too bad. 2 drop shots right there with a double bogey. Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th, it's a par 4, 390 yards.
But the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, the shorter hitter, just play to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. So a very good chance, even with a wedge in hand, to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front nine.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Did the job right there. Beginning the back nine here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us about the 10th hole.
Got to be careful here, Rich. That desert ridge on that right side, it sort of makes that fairway look smaller than exactly what it is. This fairway's about the same width as all the others, so just convince yourself that. Good drive down here is going to give you a second shot, a little bit uphill, into a green that sort of slopes away on about a 45-degree angle.
Early part of this second iron, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
How did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Comfortably knocks it in.
We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards, and you're really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough, just persuade yourself. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. And too bad he gives one back. Now to the par 5, 12. Pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left, called water there. That's to be avoided off this tee, that's for sure. A good drive that avoids all of that then the hole is certainly reachable. But as you can see, water creeps in again back right on this hole. So just don't get too cavalier here. A 5 wouldn't be the worst score. I know you want better, but believe me, I've seen many a 6s and 7s racked up here at 12.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Starting to play some good golf. With that birdie, moves to 4 under for the tournament. 13th hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what? I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
A little bit more hope and determination in that putt.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. He's made it. Fourteenth hole here at Wolf Creek. Time to pull out the driver and as well the phone because you want to take some pictures here. What a spectacular view.
Stunning. You can see a whole panoramic sort of 360 degrees right around this golf course. Then when you flick back and actually look at the 14th hole, there's 6 bunkers. 3 really in play with the tee shot, as you can see. The other 3 just up by the green. Anything to the right of those is preferred, unless you want to be playing your second shot out of the canyon or the bunkers. Green should be fairly receptive, and 3 distinct portions, which is sort of a common trait here at Wolf Creek. It's sort of 3 different tier levels and that. But let's see, birdies that have been made at Wolf Creek, maybe even one here.
Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years, players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge, and that's it. A hybrid putt, you name it, whatever works.
Solid play, heart of the green. Shouldn't be a problem here. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, couldn't hit that much better.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. And he makes it for a bogey. Now to the par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, this is the shortest hole on the course.
And their version of a postage stamp type hole, minus the bunkers on the right side. Green elevated, falls off as you can see down the left side. Club selection is vital. But it is such a short hole, very, very tempting, especially when that flag's on the left side, to still go at it. But you miss this green on the left, and you are going to be considerably lower than the level of this green.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Short par 4, 16th hole, measures only 393 yards. But Frank, as is the case with pretty much every hole, despite the yardage, there's plenty of trouble.
It does. It plays tricks on the mind's eye here. It looks like it's a dog leg going one way, then back the other way. But really, it's built as a straight hole just across the canyon. And that's the way you've got to play it. I don't think you can drive the green, even the longest hitters at 393 yards. But just a nice drive down there. Take the bunkers on, get it past there. And before you know it, you've got a little wedge in here. And it should sit up nicely for a birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, this is really a cool closing stretch here at Wolf Creek. Short par 3 15th, the short 4 at the 16th, and now the par 5 17th. You can make up some ground in a hurry as you come down the finishing stretch.
You certainly can. A good drive short of the little stream creek that runs across there, and this is doable as a two-shotter. You find the bunkers or trouble off the tee, then obviously you're forced to lay up even that third shot across the water. But really a fun hole if you want to try and take that second shot on.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus.
You don't always get the result you deserve.
Settles in over the putt. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect. But it was going to hurt the course.
Has it. 18th hole, and Frank, again, a good score.
In front and to the right of the screen, and you realize that's probably not the prudent play. Really, something 230, 240 yards off the tee in that vicinity is going to leave you just a flick wedge into the screen. It is a rather narrow green, but from that distance, you expect to hit it close.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? That is some good work right there. Birdie and one shot closer to the lead. Good third round, Frank, and a good spot heading to the final 18.
Yeah, to be in the top 5 right now, the caliber of this field, know that your game is good enough too, and a legitimate chance of taking home the trophy come tomorrow night. This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to, this moment right now.